All right, there, guys. How's it going? So I do think that we are probably a couple of days away now from the whole Arne Slot first interview and his press conference dropping, as he does become officially the Liverpool manager on Saturday, June the 1st, and Jurgen Klopp's last contractual day with the club is tomorrow, May the 31st. It's probably something I'm going to cover on the live stream on Monday. So keep an eye open for when that is scheduled. And then also, guys, there is a clip from the Monday live stream that's just gone this week, going live today at midday. So keep your eye open for that also. Right. In this video, guys, I want to talk to you about these links for Ibrahima Konaté going to PSG. There was links with Liverpool to Levi Colwill again, of all people, which I didn't think we'd see that this summer. And then there's also a midfielder that he's been linked to us in the past, and he's been slightly linked with us back in his homeland in recent days. So I think it could be one for you to watch, guys. I really do. So I'll cover that one last. But yeah, first, let's do this Ibrahima Konaté stuff. So in L'Équipe in France, they are saying that Konate has been told to stay at his respective club amid interest from PSG. So I'll just go through this. This is on Sports Witness. So it goes on to say here that France midfield, God, I can't get my words out. France manager has included the centre-back in his squad for the Euros, and the national team staff have to deal with the potential transfers of some players in the summer. When discussing those who should stay at their clubs, the defender gets mentioned first. The 25-year-old's deal lasts until 2026, and that makes him an attractive option for other clubs. This is when the Ligue 1 winners are named, and they see the defensive versatility, who can also operate as a right-back, as an important asset. As of now, PSG haven't had direct contacts yet, but intermediaries have insisted about their interest. The France international, for his part, has been in talks with Liverpool over a new deal for several months, and he had asked to wait until the end of the season to discuss this case in a concrete way. Konate made 37 appearances in all competitions, including 22 in the league this season, and feels particularly good with the Reds. There's a meeting planned between the two parties soon, and L'Équipe state that Liverpool are confident of finalising a new deal in the short term. So guys, Konate, deal until 2026. It's obviously 2024 now. If he doesn't sign the new contract this year, we will be going into a similar situation that we have now with Trent, Salah and Van Dijk with Konate next year. So I would say that tying down Konate to a new long-term deal is a priority this summer, guys. There's probably a few players that we need to touch on in regards to that. That might be something that I cover in a separate video on live stream. However, I did want to ask the question, since this is out there. If Konate, doesn't sign this deal, would you sell Konate this summer? Bearing in mind, Kwanzaa seems to have stepped up and taken his spot in the starting 11. I would say so. We've lost Matip also this year. Gomez seems to have come on leaps and bounds last year. Would you sell Konate to help fund a rebuild and bring in a couple of other defenders? I'm going to talk about Levi Colwill in a minute, but would you sell him? And how much do you reckon you'd get for him if you did sell him as well? Especially if you're selling him to a French team like PSG. Do you reckon you'd get more for him than what we paid for him? I think we might do. But I would be itching towards probably keeping him, getting him signing a new deal. And I would only sell him this summer if it gets to, say, late July, early August, and it's not done. Then I'd probably be looking at it and being like, is this likely going to happen? Are his requirements for a new contract, are they so outlandish that it's just not going to happen? We're never going to reach that compromise. That's probably where I would look at probably selling Konate. But other than that, I would try and get him signed up straight away to a new deal. Next up, guys, sticking with defenders, let's talk about Levi Colwill. So this got tweeted out last night by Kieran Gill. Never heard of him, but he does, it says here on his profile, he is the football reporter for the Daily Mail following Chelsea. And he tweeted out last night, Liverpool like Levi Colwill. Arne Slot is chasing a versatile, left-footed defender, but Chelsea want 21-year-old academy graduate to stay this summer. Contracted till 2029 with an option of a further year. So technically, it's till 2030 that his contract runs to. Now, when you look at his transfer market, he's valued at 50 million euros on there, which is one of the highest I've seen on there. Sometimes you'll see a player valued in the media at like 60 million, but his transfer market value might be only 30. So you'd probably be looking about 80, 90 million if we were going to go and sign Levi Colwill from Chelsea. It does say here that he can play left back or centre back. Again, his contract details are on here. Last year, he played 32 games in total, 1 goal and 1 assist. His agency is FA Sport. Now, having a quick look at this, I can't see any. There's no Liverpool players on here or any ex-Liverpool players on here. However, there is players on here that Liverpool have been linked with in the past, and I'm going back a fair few years now. Like there's Mario Götze, I think. Is that where he's gone? Yeah, he's on here. Colwill, obviously, who we were heavily linked with last year before he signed that new deal. But I guess, Chelsea also are in a bit of financial difficulty out there. I think, is the rumours correct that they have to sell potentially some of their homegrown talent to be able to hit FFP rules? Conor Gallagher's been linked with a move. Levi Colwill, could they sell him for a little bit cheaper, like maybe 50 million, let's say, to help hit FFP? Do you know what I mean? They're in a bit of a tight spot at Chelsea out there with that. But I guess the question is, guys, do you think would you take Colwill? He had that really good season at Brighton, didn't he? And then Liverpool were heavily linked to him last year. Apparently, there was the pictures of him wearing a Liverpool kit when he was a kid. So is he a Liverpool fan? Do you know what I mean? So maybe there's a few of these things that tie into all that. But I just thought it was interesting that we've got a Chelsea journalist touching on Liverpool's interest in Levi Colwill. Why would you do that? Obviously it's to generate clicks and stuff, but I just think it's a little bit weird at the same time, to see that. So that's why I kind of brought it up today. And then lastly, guys, the midfield I was talking about earlier is Alan Varela, who plays for Porto. Now, he's been likened to Mascherano, the ex-Liverpool player. And in Argentina, they're basically saying that Liverpool, Bayern Munich and Arsenal have inquired about him from Porto, as well as Ezekiel Fernandez, who's plays a similar position to him as well. Now, just looking at this little article that I found here, it says that Varela is 22 years old, operates as a defensive midfielder. He's made 111 appearances for Boca Juniors before he signed for Porto. Liverpool were linked with his signature last summer, but the midfielder decided to make the switch to Portugal instead. 12 months later, the links to Liverpool are resurfacing, only this time Varela has Champions League experience behind him. The midfielder played a key role in helping Porto beat Arsenal in the last 16 first leg win in February, earning plenty of admirers with his performance. Such appearances have seen Varela compared to former Liverpool star Javier Mascherano. And then it goes on to say what's been said about Varela amid the Liverpool links. Now, Porto boss spoke about the evolution that Varela has undergone during his time at Porto and explained that earlier this year he had been very impressed by what Varela brings to the team. Goes on to say that I wanted a player who can occupy the same space as Uribe. Uribe? Must be a Porto player. I saw the potential to fit into the defensive line when a central defender comes out in coverage. He didn't venture forward that much, but it was for tactical reasons because I think that he arrives well in the front and defines well. Has a very good long passing range and a good shot. There has been an interesting evolution to appear more frequently. That's what we ask of the midfielders. So, again, having a look at transfer market, guys, it says here that he predominantly plays a defensive mid, and he can also play in the centre. He is right-footed. His contract has still got 4 years left on it, and his market value at the moment is 25 million euros, so you're probably looking at 40, 50 million quid. Last season in total, 44 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. And then his agency that he is represented by, it's this one actually that I spoke about just earlier. So there's some people on here that Liverpool have been linked with in the past, but not necessarily signed. So you've got like Timo Werner on here, who we know Liverpool came very close to signing, but then went for Diogo Jota. Mario Götze, again, Liverpool were interested, but then ended up signing Sadio Mane instead. And Nicolas Sula, who Liverpool were interested in before he joined Bayern Munich, I think, from Hoffenheim. Or maybe, no, Schalke. I think it might have been Schalke that he left to go join Bayern Munich, but now he's at Dortmund, actually. So, yeah. But yeah, I just think that might be a name to watch out for, guys. I think he's actually got a 60 million release clause, actually. Let me have a look. I think he's got £60 million release clause, is this guy. Yeah, 70 million euro, 60 million quid. So again, you'd be forking out a fair bit for a defensive midfielder. It'd probably mean the end of Wataru Endo's time at Liverpool. And he's 22 years of age, so he is within that age bracket that probably Richard Hughes would be looking at. But I just thought it would be interesting to basically bring to your attention, guys, really, that one. As I say, there's no concrete links to him per se, but it has been mentioned with us in the past. So, again, just maybe one to keep your eye on, guys, over the coming weeks and months in regards to the summer transfer window. But yeah, that's it, guys, for today. Remember that clip's going to be live from the stream, so please keep an eye out for that. And if there's anything else that pops up, guys, I'll be back with another video. But until then, I'll catch you in the next one.